Hello everyone, this is Suzanne and Crochet and Chatter. Welcome back to my channel. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers. I saw that I had a couple. Welcome to our family. On Crochet and Chatter, we have been studying the Bible through a year in 52 weeks. This is the book that some have ordered, Dr. Kimberly D. Moore, The Bible in 52 Weeks. This is a great study guide. She has questions at the end of each section that we do and some questions for our self-examination. I'm not affiliated with this book. This is just one that I've chosen to use as my guideline. Okay, today we read Exodus chapters 1 through 3, Tuesday. There's the card. I do have these chapter readings in the drop-down box below for you. So if you need to refer back, you can. We're already into week 3. How exciting. Excuse me. Now, Exodus is the second book of the Bible. It picks up the storyline from the previous book of Genesis. It ends with Abraham's grandson, Jacob, leading his large family of 70 to Egypt. Jacob's 11th son, Joseph, had been elevated to second in command over Egypt. He saved his family from a famine. Egypt was a safe haven. Jacob dies in Egypt, and Joseph and all his brothers, 400 years have passed, and Exodus begins. The growing Israelite group is a threat to Pharaoh and his power, enslaves them, tortures them, and kills the male babies. The less males there are to fight, in Pharaoh's mind, the better. Keep them weak and kill the male boys. Well, no one can stop God's promise. God heard the cries of the Israelites in Egypt. With great groanings, the children of Israel cried up to their God. God heard their groaning. God remembered them. Remembered his promise to bless the lineage of Adam and Eve and their families. Now, I want to read from Romans 8, 26 through 28. Likewise, the Spirit also helps in our weaknesses, for we do not know what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit himself makes intercessions for us, with groanings which cannot be uttered. Now he who searches the hearts knows what the mind of the Spirit is, because he makes intercession for the saints according to the will of God. And we know all things work together for good, to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Just like in Genesis and Exodus, we see the children are crying out to God to save them from all of this. And we know that everything works together to good for us. So, yeah, we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. God hears his people. As we continue to walk the corridor of faith, let us keep our hearts and minds focused on the prize. And I want to read in Hebrews chapter 11, the great corridor of faith, about Moses. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hidden 3 months by his parents, because they saw he was a beautiful child, and they were not afraid of the king's command. By faith, Moses, when he became of age, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the passing pleasures of sin, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he looked to the reward. Excuse me for a minute. Okay. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. By faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he who destroyed the firstborn should touch them. By faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land, whereas the Egyptians attempting to do so were drowned. Now we'll read about that in the next few chapters of Exodus. Let us remember the great I am. Moses asked, "Who are you? What shall I call you? What shall I tell the children who you are?" And he says, "Tell them that I am. My God is I am. Oh, I am in him. I love the Lord, as I know you do too." All right, I hope you've enjoyed this summation of the first few chapters of Exodus here. And I'm enjoying this study. I thank all of you that are following along. I appreciate your comments so much. Well, we had a very successful visit down to see Ron's brother. And Emily and Amanda, the mother and daughter, came by. They picked up their scarves. The little girl, Amanda, she loved her lovey and her scarf. I will attach pictures after this video for you to see. Emily, they stayed here last night for a good hour and a half. Of course, Emily, she said, "Come on, let's go see that room." And she came in my knitting room here, my crochet room. And she wanted to explore everything and asked a million questions of what things was. And we had a pretend tea party, of course. And she actually wanted to try my yarn and the hook to try to crochet. It was so adorable. So yeah, it was a good visit, and we are going to form a good relationship with this young mother and her young daughter. And I hope God uses us to testify in her life. All right, I wanted to show you, I'm almost done with the second Elana wrap. So hopefully by next week I can get them in the mail to my cousins. So this is the one that was in the Mandela Be Happy yarn. Let me back up here a little bit for you. All right, there's the tip of the arrow. As you can see, I only have this much yarn left to go, and it is done. I'm going to finish that up tonight. I didn't get a chance to work on it last night because I was quite tired by the time we got home. But here's the Elana wrap. There's all the pretty colors. And then you come down here and you have the other end of the arrow. And it wraps around like this. Get my hair out of the way. Okay. There we go. There we go. And that's how it's worn. It is so pretty. And as you can see, it covers your arms quite nicely on this side. It's a great wrap just to, sit down and, cuddle in a little bit. See the back? Yeah. I think this one turned out really, really nice. It's interesting how the yarn is kind of the pinks and oranges and blue, and on this side you got more of the striping of the green on each side, so you kind of get a full spectrum of the colors. So yeah, I'm thinking it turned out really kind of nice here. So I will be anxious to get these wraps in the mail. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I did these 2 wraps, and I showed you the scarves that I made for my husband and for Amanda and Emily and her little lovey doll. And I made some dishcloths. Now, let me get my Tunisian dishcloth. I'm not quite sure if I showed you. There we go. I don't know if I showed you this here. But this is the Tunisian dishcloth. And I will be putting a border on it so that curl will go away. But right here is the simple stitch, and right here is the knit stitch. Now on my next few rows, I'm going to try a honeycomb Tunisian stitch. It's basically knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Haven't done that one yet, so I'm kind of playing with the different, this would be like a sampler dishcloth. But I'm liking how it's turning out so far. And I really like this yarn. I forgot Sugar and Cream. That's what it is. I keep forgetting that. This is Sugar and Cream, and it's one of their variegated. This is one of my favorites. It's just so pretty. So, yeah, so that's what I've got going on. I'm going to finish up the Elana wrap tonight. And I found another really cute YouTube video on another lovey, a little bit different design. And those work up so quickly, I'm going to be making a few more of those. So I think that's all I have for you today. We're going to get ready to go out for our walk. The sun is shining beautifully. We really missed out on our walking yesterday. We walk every day for 2 miles, and when we don't walk one day, it's like, oh man, that doesn't feel right. All right, everyone, I hope you have a blessed day. We're going to finish out our day with praising the Lord and getting about our business here. I hope you're having a really, really good time in these studies. I enjoy bringing them to you. I'm so thankful you're a part of God, Crochet and Chatter. And for those of you that are new, we put God first, and then we put crochet, and then we talk it up a little bit too. So anyway, I'm going to let you good people go. This is Suzanne and God, Crochet and Chatter. I will see you tomorrow, Lord willing. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again, my dear, dear friends. Take care and leave those comments below. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.